hopefully, I want him to win. I think I'm pulling for the Yo guy.
I do too. I think that'd be a great story.
I mean, it gives hopes for those guys that do play golf. Like you said, you play golf every now and then. See, now you can look on it when you're 59, like, man, if Tom Watson did it, I can do it. I mean, that's just...
Tom Watson and me are a little different in our abilities there, but it would be a great story.
Definitely not the same. All right, we're going to go ahead and go through quickly a couple things. It's called Quick Hits. Quick Hits. I'm showing you the logo. All right, get ready for the logo. Tennis player Richard Gasquet tested positive for cocaine, and his excuse was because he was in a Miami nightclub making out with the girl that was doing cocaine.
Yeah, so he didn't take the blow, but he kissed some girl who was on the snow, and that made him test positive. You know, that's a great story. I mean, that's the dog ate my homework story of failing a drug test. But the best thing is they bought it.
Yes, they bought it. What were they thinking?
So he didn't. I think he was relieved of his suspension.
Oh my God.
You know, and apparently there's pictures of this guy on the internet with his shirt off in clubs, you know, raving, acting crazy. And he said that his excuse was that he would never do something because he's a calm, guy who's quiet, and it didn't even match with his personality. But they bought it. Hey, if they're buying it, then you're selling it, right? So
hey, you know what? That means he's a good storyteller. I should have him on the show if I ever knew this guy. But like, hey, come on the show, man. Just BS your way through it. I know you don't really.
He's ranked like 100 or 200th in the world, so he's not.
No, I think he was ranked 32nd.
32nd.
He was 32nd. Wow, okay. I don't know. I have it written down here, but I know he's at least top like 40, 50, something like that. Which I mean, I know that's not a lot, but. Yeah, he was ranked.
So he's significant then.
Yeah, he's. I mean,
but he's obviously still he's not practicing so much that he doesn't have time to go into the nightclubs on Miami Beach and suck face with girls that are on blow. So
yeah, I know. I mean, I guess now, hey, for people out there, if you have a drug test and you know somebody's taking drugs, don't make out with them because you're gonna test positive for cocaine if they're doing it. So there's a nice little tidbit there for you. One other thing I kind of want to talk about too is real quickly, LeBron James getting dunked on. I know this happened weeks ago, and I've been meaning to bring it up, but I figured I got my buddy here, I'm going to bring this up. Basically, he got dunked on. He had, certain things land on him, I guess, and they confiscated the videos. Is it really that big of a deal if we see this video or not? Or do you really want to see this video?
Well, I mean, coming from a guy who, has many times dunked on people, I mean, I know it's got to be embarrassing, I mean, I wouldn't want that out either. But me being the donkey for the most part, I've never had it happen to me, so to speak. But no, I mean, the thing is that LeBron James needs to grow up. When he dunks on somebody, he taunts the crowd. He throws his arms up. He's on somebody's poster, witness and all that stuff. A sophomore from Xavier University put his junk on your shoulder. LeBron. And you don't want people to see that. You know what? Getting dunked on is part of the game.
Yep.
I mean, it can't be.
It's happened.
Yeah,
I've gotten dunked on.
It happens to everybody.
It happens.
I mean, the thing is grow up. I mean, make a joke out of it. Make it something that's funny. Don't turn it into what all these other prima donna athletes are. And he said that it had nothing to do with it. It's coincidence. He gets dunked on.
No, it's not.
Okay, but let's run this is the story I heard. It's complete coincidence. He gets dunked on. A minute later, he's seen talking to these Nike officials. Mm-hmm. A minute later, those same guys are confiscating the tapes. But he said he had nothing to do with it.
So he was just talking to these Nike guys, just saying, "Hey, man, did you see me get dunked on?" Like, that's what he was telling them. Like, "Oh my God, that dude threw his junk on my, oh my God, like he dunked on me." But don't take the tape up.
Right?
Well, crap. It's crap. It's total BS, man. He was like, "Look, I don't want that dude's junk dunking on me all over the internet."
Exactly.
So, I'm waiting. I'm really waiting for somebody to bust out like they had a cell phone secretly taping.
It'll happen. I mean, the age we're in, it'll make it to the internet.
So it's almost like Spygate all over again, but in basketball with LeBron James. But speaking of getting dunked on, I got to bring this up. Our fantasy football league, our draft is over a month away. You and me have been doing fantasy leagues, I think, for 10 years with everybody. Screw, Sitzman, Lundqvist, everybody like that. And when you were talking about dunking on people, we're not going to name names unless you want to. I'll let you name whoever names you want. But on our message board, everybody's running their mouth. Everybody's having fun with it, which we've been doing for 10 years. I mean, what do you expect out of this year? We're doing something different. We got a keeper league going. So how do you think this year's going to go for everybody?
I think it's going to be interesting. It's a change up. I mean, personally, I love fantasy football. It lets us keep in touch with our friends. We got friends all over Vegas, different parts of Texas. Washington State now, I believe.
Is it Washington State? Okay.
James Lundquist.
Oh, that's right, James.
I mean,
right.
you know, it's a good time. It's fun. We get to reminisce about memories and things that we've done in the past. Personally, my 2007 run from wire to wire, Super Bowl champion, was probably the most ridiculous thing that's ever happened in fantasy football. You know, I cashed a big check that year. I didn't have a good year last year. I made some errors, but you know, I think we have people that, for the most part, know what they're doing. So the league's real competitive. We've gone back down to 12 teams, which I think will make it a little better.
Yeah.
Keeper league, divisions. I mean, it's a lot different, but it's going to be fun nonetheless.
I was going to say, because the last 2 years, I haven't had that good of teams, but I'd say competitive. I maybe made some trades, or I would try my best to win. The last 2 years, all I got to say is, for all you guys that are watching, if you're watching this, I'm drafting this year. There's nobody retiring any Astros numbers this year. I got stuck going to a Bagwell retirement, Biggio's retirement numbers. And, of course, I got these tickets months in advance. So what happens? The drafts are on that day. Now, you were the commissioner. Now, I know you didn't know this, but maybe you did, maybe the Biggio year. I don't know. Not like I was that good at fantasy football anyways. But this year, I'm out for blood. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you guys. I'm coming for Sitzman especially. Sitzman, I hope you're watching this. I really do. Because I'm tired of being your doormat.
Well, let's pick our fantasy league winners. I'm gonna have to go.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with myself to win the division that I'm in, and you know, as far as playoffs, I mean, I might, you know, get a bad draw or something, but I'm definitely gonna take myself in a landslide in my division. What do you think's gonna happen?
In my division, I think I'm gonna take myself. I'm the sleeper. I'm the Arizona Cardinals this year. I think I'm going to go all the way to the championship game, except...
And then lose?
Except I'm going to win. I was going to say win, but thanks for throwing that out there.
That's a good team to model yourself after.
Hey, but no, I was about to say win, but, you know, you beat me to the punch on the losing part. But, hey, you know what? The fact if I even make it there, that means I can just run my mouth to whoever.
I mean, your donations are appreciated every year.
I bet they are.
And I mean, but unfortunately, they're not. You know, you can't write them off on your taxes. But nonetheless, the league does appreciate it.
Oh, I bet. I guarantee my donation probably satisfied your wife Misty. I'm sure that $50 went to you buying her a nice dinner or something like that. So you're welcome on that note.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Well, Kyle, man, it's been great. It's been fun. We've gone way over the limit, but I don't even care. I'm just going to have a bunch of different little parts. So, everybody, thank you for watching this show. It's been very fun.
It's a good time, man. I appreciate it. Anytime you're down, man.
Oh, yes. Don't worry, man. And guys that are in the league, too, as soon as I figure out to get y'all on the show as well, maybe not live, but over the phone, I'll give you your chance to run your mouth like me and Kyle just did about our fantasy league and all that fun stuff. So, make sure you tune in next time, and we'll see you guys next week, everybody.